Welcome, Sagittarius. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for July the 4th through to the 10th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you so much for the positive, loving, supportive energy that you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you, wishing your lives to be full of joy and happiness, abundance. Thank you so much. Now, I did change the monthlies, okay, the layout of the monthlies. I was doing a meditation, and so the layout has changed for that, and it made sense. The minute I laid it down, it made sense because now there is two sun cards. And it made sense because in every month that we have, we start the month off with one sun sign energy, and we leave the month under another sun sign. So it only makes sense that the energies could change drastically for us. It could put our energy and our thoughts and our focus on a whole different path than what we started the month with. So I think there's a lot more information with that reading, with that layout. But for the weeklies, I'm staying with the same format unless Spirit decides something else next week. But right now, it is the same format. And for you, we start with the Page of Cups. Now, this is definitely a very spiritual connection. The veil is thin. So this is a beautiful week to talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe about what you want to go forward in. Ask questions. Have conversations with them. Absolutely. This could be a mentor coming in, or depending on your life path, you could become the mentor. This is new beginnings. This could be new beginnings in love. This could be a spark of some new desires, some new dream, some new way going forward. But I think it has a lot to do with tapping into your intuition, tapping into your higher wisdom, talking to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe through meditation, through prayer, alone time, to put out to the universe what you want going forward on your path. Remember, we have a new moon at the very beginning of this week. So with new moons, we want to be saying affirmations, or maybe a mantra, or maybe a mission statement every morning when we wake up about what we want to walk into going forward. Now, I did put out a new moon affirmation video several months ago now, but listen to it. Steal some of the sentences out of there and use them as your own until you have your own affirmations that you say on a daily basis for what you plan, what you desire to have in your path forward. This is a beautiful week for it. And we have strength crossing over the Queen of Cups. Oh. Do you believe that you're deserving? That you're worthy of everything that you are asking the universe for? This is to empower yourself. This is to see the beauty of who you are. This is to understand your capabilities, your abilities, your talents. This is a time to see the beauty of who you are. And it does take strength because you are not that person. Sages are happiest when they're making everybody else happy. And feeling independent and feeling free and being on adventures. So it takes a real strength to give yourself an attaboy, to pat yourself on the back, to tell yourself that you are special, that you are worthy, that you are deserving. It's growing the belief in yourself that's very important this week. Now we have the World card as our underlying energy. And the World card, and I've said this already to another sign, it's funny how when the World card shows up, how often the Fool is in the same layout. Because the World card is all about finishing up a path. You've come full circle. You're ready to go forward on an elevated path, on the next step of your journey, on your new path going forward. But there is usually, when this card appears, something that we have to, there's loose ends. And so it's an underlying energy. Peanut, where are you, baby? Peanut, you're dreaming, baby. Yes, you are. You're dreaming. I've never had a dog that dreams so much. He dreams constantly. He falls asleep, he dreams. He falls asleep, he dreams. The World card. Okay, so this is the underlying energy. So you are not really going in search of tying up loose ends, getting rid of old baggage, but rather the situations will present themselves to you. Make no doubt about it. Situations will present themselves so that you can finish off that energy, that you can move past certain energies. This is to allow you the freedom, the liberation that you want. This is to allow you to not carry the old baggage forward with you on your path. Now, we have the Moon card as the overriding energy. I think a lot of the baggage by your cards here is the way you think about yourself, truly think about yourself, if you were totally honest with yourself. This is going within. This is seeing the balance or creating the balance within. You can't have balance on the outside if you're not balanced within, centered, knowing yourself. It's like you want to break out into this freedom, into this liberation, and that's what the wolf here in the middle, definitely that kind of spirit. But you have to see the miracle of who you are first. That might be the releasing of the old baggage. That might be tying up the loose ends. It's regaining a confidence or a surety about yourself and who you are in this world and what you can do and what you can accomplish. Meditation, prayer. This is another card that leans you heavily towards meditation, prayer, being alone with your thoughts, getting out in nature, grounding yourself, centering yourself. Vitally important this week. Then we go to the Fool. New paths open up for you. New adventures. Might be a little bit of risk involved. This is usually a financial card, but in a general reading, it could be love. It could be stature in the community. You have to know your life and your priorities to know where the new path really is. But the new path does open up for you this week. And then as we go towards the weekend, we have Temperance, which is about balance and creating balance in your life, bringing in balance. And it's coupled with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So it's hard energy. Very hard energy. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords together. Well, first of all, the Ten of Swords is not a bad card. And the 9 and 10 together tells me that you are leaving this pathway. That you have been through the struggles, that you have been through the lessons in order to gain the wisdom. Now, you're going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to be telling yourself that you shouldn't have done something, you shouldn't have said something. You're going to be replaying thoughts in your life, situations in your life. Now, with the Nine of Swords, it's usually the small things that we grow a fear out of. And it's usually trapped in our mind, and it's the way our mind limits us in some way. Doesn't allow the balance to come in. It could be that you have been pushing through energy for so long you feel like it's going to be a constant in your life for till the end of your path. That there is no sunshine, that there is no laughter, that there is no joy, that it's always going to be frustrations and sorrows and tears and chaos and stresses. This is where you could really get down in your energy. So it's so vital to bring in that balance on the inside, because you're also going to need to project it outwardly. With the Nine of Swords, it's your thoughts that take control, that lead you into negative energy, stripping yourself of the belief of who you are, what you can do, what you can accomplish. You need to look at what you have accomplished, the path you have walked, how you've made it through to this point, how you have gained the wisdom. How often have you heard somebody say, I wish I had the knowledge of today, and go back in time to high school or my 20s or my 30s and relive now knowing what I know today. That's our lessons that we walk through. And that's our wisdom that we gained. So realize that the hardships, you're at the end of it. The struggle, the chaos, the stresses won't be as severe going forward. That you have gained the wisdom that you need to go forward in your path. Now, like I said with the World card, we're tying up loose ends. We're letting go of old baggage. But it's going to bring in balance in your life. You're going to understand how the balance will be. Now, in love and relationships, we have the King of Wands, which is beautiful, high energy, optimistic. So there is a sparkle about us. There is a love for life, a love for laughter, a love for joy. Tap into that inner child of yours. Feel that optimism in relationships. If you're looking for a relationship, well, you're raising your vibration, you're raising your light. What a beautiful, splendid time for somebody to come in, to notice you, to want to be with you every single day. If you are in a relationship, you are looking at growing the relationship, learning more about the other person. This is high thought. This is seeing the path so clearly on how to grow the relationship and how to bring in a strength. And there's an optimism here. So you do it in fun ways. You do it in joyful ways. It's not any, this is where you're not going to have frustrating conversations or deep one-on-ones. It's going to be through laughter and love that your relationship actually grows to new levels, where you have the conversations, but it's through the joy of talking to each other and being with each other that grows the knowledge. So just be in the moment. Allow happiness to be a part of it all. Now, in work and career, I think this is where a lot of this balance stuff comes in. Money, finances, because we have the Two of Pentacles here, which is an imbalance card. So I would say where your worries, your fears, your concerns, a lot of your struggles when it's come to cash flow, when it's come to job opportunities, when it's come to promotions, or what you should be doing going forward. Maybe you've got a full-time job and a part-time job. Maybe it's a home-based business, and so you're trying to bring balance in, so one isn't overtaking the other or using too much energy in one area. Not spending our money properly. Okay, does what we purchase in life bring a value back into our lives, or are they, just to up the Joneses on one account or another? I've got the shinier car. I've got the bigger house. I've got all the latest toys. Are we just trying to impress somebody? Because that's not going to bring in balance. Our money has to work for us to open up doors of opportunity. So it could be that we need to revisit the budget and look at how we spend our money. It could be that we are putting too much energy in one place in our life, and therefore work could be suffering. It could be we are putting too much energy in the relationship or too much in the community efforts. and we are not giving enough to our actual work, or our work doesn't seem like it's meeting any kind of passion. It's a dead-end job. And what would we really like to be doing? And the imbalance is actually an internal imbalance because of our external actions and what we are connected to within the world. So I think there is a lot of growth potential when it comes to your financial path, when it comes to your work, job, career path going forward. I think a lot of it can be solved by going inside, with the moon card being the overriding energy for the week, and finding that inner balance. We can grow the outer balance that much easier, that much more successful. You already have the wisdom. Don't allow yourself to go into the negative and to berate yourself and say, you failed here, you didn't do this, you procrastinated here. This is a time to believe in yourself. Remember these two cards here. Believe in yourself. Know your strength. Know your empowerment. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.